Kanye West and actress Julia Fox have confirmed that they are now dating, and Kim Kardashian is not buying it, mainly because it was a little strange how these two went about announcing their new relationship. Julia actually wrote a 217-word story about her first 2 dates with Kanye that included a trip to New York City. Now that would be one thing, but accompanied with this story was a series of photos where the pair are basically all over each other. In the post she writes, "I met Ye in Miami on New Year's Eve, and it was an instant connection. His energy is so fun to be around. He had me and my friends laughing, dancing, and smiling all night. We decided to keep the energy going and fly back to New York City to see Slade play. Ye's flight landed at 6 and the play was at 7, and he was there on time. I was impressed. After the play, we chose to do dinner at Carbon, which is one of my favorite restaurants, obviously. At the restaurant, Ye directed an entire photo shoot for me while people dined. The whole restaurant loved it and cheered us on while it was happening. After dinner, Ye had a surprise for me. I'm still in shock. Ye had an entire hotel suite full of clothes. It was every girl's dream come true. It felt like a real Cinderella moment. I don't know how we did it or how we got all of it there in time, but I was so surprised. Like, who does things like this on a second date or any date? Everything with us has been so organic. I don't know where things are headed, but if this is any indication of the future, I'm loving the ride." And so far, her date night story has become the most read article on Interview magazine's website. The photos from this article too are wild though, and on Interview's Instagram, they showed off snaps of the two with their heads together as they kissed, and even one where Julie was straddling Kanye in front of a clothing rack. According to the Daily Mail though, this new romance may be a little bit more complicated than it seems. Despite her describing these past few dates like a fairy tale, Prince Charming was also spotted out on a balcony with Puerto Rican pop star Audrey Nix in Miami on New Year's Day. And then less than 24 hours after taking Julia to NYC, he was also spotted spending more time with Audrey at a gated property. Following the images and story of Julia Fox and Kanye West dating, the legitimacy of their relationship was immediately called into question. It was also reported by an insider that Kim Kardashian basically sees this romance as just an attempt to make her jealous. Not only that, but she also alleged that Kanye had been documenting his many dates with his own media team, so this could all really just be for some big documentary that he's been secretly shooting about his life. Another source told The Sun, "Kim thinks it's comical Kanye went from begging her to come back to showcasing his new girl all over the city within days. She knows it's not serious and it's just typical hijinks from Kanye," adding, "Kim thinks it's another desperate attempt to make her jealous. She honestly doesn't care. She's very over him at this point, so his little game isn't working." Although the two are insisting that Fox and Ye are now a couple. According to Page 6, the outlet revealed that they both just got out of their former relationships and have helped each other recover immensely. That being said, I understand why a lot of people would call this relationship into question. That insider isn't wrong. Kanye was saying Kim was still his wife and begging her to run right back to him not that long ago. Kim Kardashian is asking a judge to be declared as legally single amid Kanye West changing up some of his lyrics, begging Kim to run right back to him. This Kim's founder recently filed court documents asking them to separate issues of child custody and property from her marital status. In addition to that though, she is also hoping that her maiden name can be restored, which means dropping the West part off of the end. Which shouldn't be an issue considering that Kim's lawyer, Laura Wasser, has frequently made similar moves with the likes of Dr. Dre and Kelly Clarkson. So this won't be her first rodeo when it comes to separating marital status from other issues. It really just allows people in a divorce to move on with their lives, but I don't know if Kanye is on the same page. What's a little crazy here is that just a few hours before Kim made this filing to change her marital status, Kanye took to the stage at the LA Memorial Coliseum. Kim even attended the show and brought the couple's kids, North and Saint, to watch their dad and Drake do their thing. But this is also the same concert where he changed the ending of his song Runaway and ad-libbed over the vocals of the end of the song for Kim to run right back to him. And this does seem like one of the last moves though that will hopefully send a message to Kanye that they are officially done. Kim has already started to figure out the property side of their split and bought Kanye out of their Hidden Hills estate for $23 million. However, there are still other property issues that are apparently outstanding. That shouldn't be too difficult for them to figure out though. The real problem that a lot of people panic about in a divorce is who will take care of the kids. And according to reports, there will not be any dispute over custody, and as of right now, they are both deciding to have joint custody and actually commit to co-parenting. At least they have remained as a united front for their kids, even if they do have their own issues. One of those issues definitely has to be Kanye just going on radio shows and telling the world that Kim is still his wife. Because he said that he had not seen any paperwork for the divorce, he claimed that it didn't happen at all. Well, once his court approves Kim's latest filing, she will be legally single no matter what Kanye seems to think. After that concert, a source told People magazine that Kim knows where Kanye's head is, but just chooses to ignore it. They went on to add that she has moved on, but knows it's difficult for Kanye to deal with. So when he pleads in public for her to run back to him, she isn't surprised and is just trying to be respectful about it. The truly respectful thing to do though is go through with these legal filings just to make it official already. This source also added, Kim will always bring the kids to events that are important to Kanye. Co-parenting and making sure her kids are happy will always be her priority. Now, as many of you know, Kim has recently been dating SNL comedian Pete Davidson. The pair were first linked together in October when Kim appeared as a host on Saturday Night Live, and following that they have been spotted out together on multiple occasions. The source also goes on to speak about how great Pete has been for Kim and says, he's exactly what Kim needed after her divorce, someone to make her laugh and just have a fun time with. The end of her marriage was a very dark time for her, and Pete has been the best antidote. During Kanye West's performance with Drake in Los Angeles at the Free Larry Hoover benefit concert, he reportedly changed up some of his lyrics to his song Runaway that included begging for Kim Kardashian to take him back. Now, while performing at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the 44-year-old rapper repeated a line from his song Runaway that was from his 2010 album titled My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, in which he mentions his ex-wife. Kanye also admitted to his marital mistakes at a previous Thanksgiving event, which pretty much all but confirmed his desire to reunite with Kim Kardashian. In this new rendition of Runaway, Kanye says, I need you to run right back to me, adding to the end, more specifically, Kimberly. However, beyond longing to reunite with his ex, this event also acted as a way for Drake and Kanye to squash their beef. The pair had previously been in a long-lasting feud, but put aside their differences to raise awareness about the need for prison and sentence reform. But despite this being a massive charity event that saw Kanye headlining his first show in 5 years, that was overtaken by his declaration to Kim Kardashian. And according to reports, the audience went wild upon hearing this declaration, which, as I mentioned earlier, were comments that followed his previous statement made at the Los Angeles Mission's Thanksgiving event in Skid Row. There, he stated that he had made mistakes and publicly done things that were not acceptable as a husband. Although, as we all know, Kim Kardashian now has moved on to dating Pete Davidson. The pair were first linked together after locking lips for a sketch on Saturday Night Live when Kim hosted. Then the two of them were spotted out together multiple times in both California and New York City before a source close to the Kardashians shared that Kim was falling for Pete. E! News was the first source to announce that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson were dating, actually. A source close to Kim K told E! that the 41-year-old reality star and 28-year-old comedian decided to take their friendship to the next level. They said that they are really happy and seeing where it goes, and the source then goes on to tell E! News, Pete has told her that he doesn't want to see anyone else. She is telling some people they aren't super serious, but she isn't seeing anyone else. She's trying to not make a big deal about it, but is super into him. On top of trying to keep it low-key, the insider said that Kim is smitten over him and that it's very exciting to her. They go on to say, he makes her laugh the entire time they are together, and she is completely enthralled by him. However, they said what truly solidified the relationship was when Kim brought Pete to Kris Jenner's Palm Springs home, which apparently is a huge deal, but I guess everyone is that happy for her. Despite literally living on the opposite coast, the source added that they are making the distance work and have plans to continue to see each other. And despite Kim Kardashian filing for divorce from Kanye West earlier this year, and there being clear breakdown signs in their relationship prior to that, Kanye was still out here saying that he was married to Kim Kardashian. The divorce was believed to have been motivated by a difference in each other's politics and lifestyles. Kim was quoted as saying, I think he deserves someone that can go support his every move, go follow him all over the place, and move to Wyoming. I can't do that. He should have a wife that supports his every move and travels with him and does everything. And during an appearance on Revolt TV's Drink Champs, Kanye spoke about his relationship with Kim. More specifically, he touched on all the controversies surrounding her Saturday Night Live debut, you know, the one where she kissed Pete Davidson. Kanye goes on to say, SNL making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off, and I ain't never even seen the papers, we not even divorced. Kanye also went on to accuse the media of trying to split the two of them up and said that the divorce was no joke to him, adding that it was causing their kids some distress even. He goes on to say, my kids want their parents to stay together, I want us to be together. Larsa Pippen has seemingly shaded Kim Kardashian again during the Real Housewives of Miami premiere. Season 4 started streaming recently, and in the first episode, Larsa addressed how it felt to have others giving their 2 cents about her divorce and feud with the Kardashian family. As a photo of her and Kim appears on the screen, she says, people thought I wouldn't make it without Scottie Pippen. People thought I couldn't make it without some old friends. I'm great. I just basically want to, live my best life, have fun, do whatever I want unapologetically. She then went on to note that she was trying her best to keep a low profile while dealing with the many issues in her personal life, but added that she was proud of who she is today. Back in 2018, Larsa had filed for divorce from basketball legend Scottie Pippen, and then at the same time, rumors of a feud with the Kardashian family happened as well. Fans noticed that Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney had followed her in April of 2020, and because of that, this sparked rumors that there was a falling out. Larsa then later blamed Kanye West on an episode of the podcast Hollywood Raw. On that show, she claimed that Kanye was the reason that she and her longtime friends became distant. She goes on to say, if Kanye feels like him and Kim are better without me, then let them be without me. I'm okay with that. I will survive. I want everyone to be happy. Although she did admit that she understood why Kim would choose to side with her now ex-husband over her, adding, He talks so much about me being this and that and this and that. I just feel like Kanye was in a place where he really didn't trust anyone with Kim. However, as hung up on all of this as Larsa Pippen may be, the Kardashians have pretty much moved on. Following these comments, a source told Us Weekly that the family was unbothered by her claims and noted that the family thinks she is embarrassing and seeking attention. Super creepy though, they kept referring to the Kardashians as the family. Now in that podcast that she did, blaming Kanye West for her friendship breaking up wasn't the only thing that she said. Larsa also alleged that she dated Tristan Thompson before Khloe did, and said that she had to block Kanye West because he wouldn't stop calling her in the middle of the night. A month before the return of the Real Housewives of Miami, Kim and Larsa's friendship, or lack thereof, resurfaced again because Adriana Demora name-dropped Kim while insulting Larsa. She says, "You left this group of women, come back with a butt as big as Kim Kardashian's, trying to become the new Kim Kardashian, which you're never going to be." Then on that same day, Kim posted a photo of herself with the caption, "They can steal your recipe, but the sauce won't taste the same," which made many fans wonder if Kim was taking a shot at Larsa here, although she later cleared up the tweet and said, "No shade throwing, I don't do subs, I want everyone to win, I just had a good caption." Now I know that Kim has said that she wants to keep Kanye around despite their divorce so that their kids can have a normal upbringing, but this latest Kanye news is wild. Kanye West actually purchased a home across the street from Kim Kardashian. He dropped $4.5 million on a home after she filed to become legally single. The rapper, who shares 4 children with his ex, just closed on buying a 3,651 square foot 5-bedroom home in LA's Hidden Hills. The new real estate purchase comes 2 months after he listed his former 4,200 square foot bachelor pad in the same community for $3.7 million. And this seems like the next big step in Kanye's grand plan of getting his family back together, something he has expressed publicly many times, despite Kim Kardashian moving on from that relationship and dating Pete Davidson. According to reports, Kanye paid $421,000 over the listed price just to make sure that no one was able to outbid him. The only reason I know Kanye bought this place is because of how close it is to his old home with Kim Kardashian. Because if you really look at this new home, look at this new house of his, it was built in 1955 and is much more modest than any other home that he's had before. I mean, in September, he purchased this modern Malibu mansion for $57.3 million, and if you've seen the way that he's designed the interior of Kim's house, it's very modern and minimalist. This new place, though, sits on a little over an acre of land and boasts a large outdoor swimming pool, plus a horse corral and stable for 3 horses. But multiple outlets have said that internally the home is in need of a major renovation. As I mentioned earlier, this is simply another step in Kanye's big plan to get the family back together. Recently, during his concert with Drake at the LA Memorial Coliseum, he improvised his lyrics to the song Runaway and said, "I need you to run right back to me, more specifically Kimberly." And then during an interview for Drink Champs on November 4th, he called Kim his wife in the present tense and then went on to say that they were not divorced. During the interview, Kanye says, "SNL making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off. And I ain't never seen the papers, we not even divorced." Kanye also went on to accuse the media of trying to split the two of them up and said that the divorce was no joke to him, adding that it was causing their kids some distress even. He goes on to say, "My kids want their parents to stay together, I want us to be together." Although he did not comment on the ongoing rumors surrounding Pete and Kim, and as I mentioned earlier, Kim has filed to become legally single and have her maiden name brought back in registered documents, but first she has to patiently wait for a judge to sign off on this. In court documents that were obtained by TMZ, Kim stated that her marriage with Kanye West was unsalvageable, even though he has done these big attempts at trying to win her back. The court documents also go on to say, "No counseling or reconciliation effort will be of any value at this time," adding, "Irreconcilable differences have existed and continue to exist between Kanye and me, which has caused our marriage to irretrievably break down." She also went on to say that she has tried several times to get Kanye to agree to the termination of their marital status, but he has not responded to any of the requests. Although this legal move is only really asking for the last name West to be dropped, all matters of child custody, property, and financial implications from actual marital status are being requested to be handled separately. Now, that could mean that Kanye and Kim will figure all that stuff out on their own without the legal process, but with him not even responding to the earlier requests, this may be something that we actually see being taken to court as well.